Hey, Dr. Karen. I hope you are as excited as I am because today, June 4th, we are going to make history. Why is that? Because you are going to be the lightning rod of peace, the purveyor of peace in your town, in your neighborhood, in your neck of the woods. Now, a lot of people say, well, Dr. Karen, I'd love for you to do a healing on my town. There's rioting, there's violence going on, I'm scared. People are locked and loaded with their guns. Like, what do I do? And I say, you can do a lot. And it's not actually about doing, it's actually about being. And I'll be teaching you how you, as your sovereign being, can help to promote peace in your neighborhood. And we've already had proof of that. We did 2 mini healings on both Lisa Fry's Sacramento area and also Patricia Lakes in her area as well. And usually when we do this kind of work, it's pretty fast. Within 24 hours, there's an effect. So here's the expectation is that if we are going to do this healing for you, your family, your neighborhood, your town, you are involved, we are involved together, it is so much more powerful. The cool thing is it's not hard. It's actually quite easy. And if you understand and get proof of this, and this is why it's so exciting for me to do this for you today, because I love for people to get tangible results. So if you see proof that this works in your town, if you see proof it works in your neighborhood, then you'll realize just how powerful you really are. I'm just the conduit. I'm just the messenger here. I'm the teacher. Yes, I can teach you how to do it, how to, guide you into that space. But ultimately, it is you that's important. Just a quick little story. When I was in Hong Kong in November, I had booked a flight there months in advance. I was being efficient. And then all these riots broke out for, 8-9 months. And my parents decided not to go. They felt with their health condition and their age, they felt like if there were riots, they, may be in trouble, may not be safe. They highly encouraged me not to, potentially not go as well. But they found out I already paid for everything, the hotel, the flight, everything like that. And I would lose all that thousands of dollars if I didn't go. So I had no guarantee at all whether there were going to be riots or violence there when I got there. Lucky for me, my aunt and my uncle have a place there, and they decided to return to Hong Kong a few days earlier than James and I were going to go to help us, to support us, because I hadn't been there for so long. It was like a foreign place, And the last time I went, I remember being a little mixed up, like where I was going and everything like that, and it helped so much that they were there. And here's the thing, is I had an intention that I was going to bring the peace with me. So was I guaranteed that there was going to be no riots or violence or anything like that? Well, no. I didn't know for sure. It wasn't until after the fact where I could document it worked or it didn't work, right? But that was my intention. And that was my intention. And I did my best to manage my energy and my frequency and my emotions to have the best result possible. And I'm going to teach you today exactly what I did. And sure enough, for that time that we were there, it was the lowest amount of violence and rioting for that entire 9 months. Now, the day I left, it started up again. Maybe not that bad, but it started up again. In fact, the museum that I was going to represent the family, where my grandfather's work was going to be presented as part of the history of Chinese art, they didn't even know for sure whether they were going to open on time, November 30th, because of all the stuff going on. And literally the riots were right behind them, like in the same town, like right behind the museum. And so it wasn't until 2 days prior where we got the, okay, it's going to happen. We're going to go, and it was beautiful. It was wonderful. It was amazing to see my grandfather's artwork, and the museum was absolutely wonderful. The people were wonderful. And yes, it was sad that the minute I left, that stuff started happening again. But it's just to show you just how powerful you are in your space. And that's why I'm super excited to share with you what I'm calling the Peace Emerging Protocol. So hi there. Hey, I just want to say hi to some folks there. Hey, Justine. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Jan. Hey, Tasha. Josephine, Ina, Isa. Kimberly, Mary, Julie, I think I forgot some people, Aaron, Deborah, hey. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you first, some people are visual, so I'm going to do a little drawing here just to share with you what we're going to do, and then we're going to get you right into it, okay? So we're going to work on the Peace Emerging Protocol today. I'm going to share with you how to do it. You're actually going to do it, and you're going to report back in the next 24 hours if you feel comfortable doing that, okay? So there are 3 steps to this protocol. Okay, the first step is a step I called attention. Your attention actually is incredibly powerful. They say where your attention goes, energy flows and results show. Whatever you put attention to, you get more of. That's just kind of a law of the universe. And here's the thing, is that there are certain people, organizations, if you will, that they know how powerful your attention is. So they're going to do their mightiest to make it work for them because they have an agenda. So when you hold your own attention and you choose where to put your attention, that brings the power all the way back to you. So the first step is we're going to put you through an exercise to get your attention in the right space so that you can produce this peace, this emerging peace. So the second step is intention. So intention, it's like more than making a wish. Intention is like a commitment. This is happening, folks. That kind of intention. Yeah, it's more powerful, right? Like just say to yourself, I wish we would have peace. Okay, just say that right now. I wish we would have peace in my city, my town, my country, right? And then say, we have peace in my country. We have peace in my town. Can you feel the difference? There's a huge energetic difference between the two. That's the difference between this type of intention I'm talking about, okay, and wishful thinking. We're really gonna move mountains today. Okay, third step. Third step is manifestation. So the third step is manifestation. So this is the process by which we focus our attention on an intention, and then we're actually going to use some healing today, the healing modality that I teach and that I train called the Topican Healing Method. I'll be doing this on your behalf, and when you listen to the replay, of course, please share this with anyone that you think might be interested. You can repeat this particular, what we call Topican Healing Directive. Basically, the directive is there to direct positive frequencies to whatever target you're targeting, and that's where your attention and intention are really important, so you can direct those frequencies so you can have a positive manifestation. So your reality changes. That's the whole point here. We are changing reality. So what do you get when you're really good at focusing your attention and your positive intention? Well, you have the ability to be centered, be fully centered. Now, why is that powerful? Well, here's the thing, is we manifest our future reality based on whatever our energy circuits are in the present moment. And if we don't have our thoughts and our being in the present moment, and you probably heard this from Eckhart Tolle and a whole bunch of other spiritual leaders, if we don't have all our circuits in the present moment, we are less powerful to produce our future reality. So when you're distracted, by blah, 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 whatever's going on TV or whatever's going on Facebook, and people are getting upset, and there's this news report, and then the counteracting news report, and this wasn't really real, and this was real, and then this was a conspiracy, and no, it wasn't a conspiracy, like all that noise. When you're not centered, your energy circuits are scattered, and you have less power. So we're going to bring you back into that full power. So when you're really good at intention and manifestation, you get to tap into your creative potential. This is the cool stuff, where you get to create your future. For example, very simple thing. How many of you have ever had a situation come up where you couldn't find something, like Anna, one of my friends, couldn't find her engagement ring at one point. And she was like, oh, I can't find my engagement ring, and it was, my husband's grandmother's ring. It's an heirloom. Like, what am I going to do, right? So I said, okay, you want to play? You want to make this happen? She's like, yes, I really want to find it. I said, okay, here's what you do. Okay, so what you do is you go within and you set your attention on already finding it. Is that finding it? Finding it, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to feel what it feels like to really go, oh my gosh, here it is, I found it, oh my gosh, right? And celebrate it. Celebrate it. I said, I don't care if you dance around in your room, okay? Like, whatever it takes to get into that energy of celebration, are you willing to do that? And she's like, yes. She really wanted to find this engagement ring. So 20 minutes later, she texts me, I found it, right? So that's what we're talking about. That creative potential. You can create scenes in your mind. That's what your mind's really good for. It's good for other things too, of course, like distracting you, addictions, like negative thought, all that kind of, ego-centric kind of stuff, but it's also good at creating. So why not use it? Why not use its talents to do that? So when you get really good at the manifestation and then turn your attention and you notice the results, because that's the other thing, is some people do the work and then they don't notice the positive result, or if the positive results come, they kind of poo-poo it and go, yeah, what's next, right? I used to be one of those. What's next? I got the gold medal, what's next? I got the prize, what's next? I got the certificate for honor, what's next, right? And we never really pay attention and celebrate our wins. When you do that, then you really start to have control. So we got here centered, and then we got creative, your creativity, and last but not least, control. All of us would love to have more control. We don't get to control the outer circumstances, but we get to control our responses to it, which then feeds back to our future realities, because our responses actually dictate what the universe gives us. Okay, so you guys ready to begin? Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the attention piece. Okay. So a really quick way of getting your circuits into the present tense and into the present moment is actually to feel your body. So what do I mean by that? Well, if it's safe for you to do that, close your eyes right now and move your body a little bit, like shake your arms or legs, or, bump up and down a little bit, jump up and down, something like that. Like, move your body a little bit just because we can get energy flowing that way. Okay. And then stop, and then pay attention to any flow or movement inside your body. We call this technique stillness through observing internal movement. But for now, just pay attention to the flow. As you pay attention to your body, what starts to happen is all the distraction, all the circuits come back here to you. Remember, this is where you're the most powerful. Now, try opening your eyes and seeing if you can still feel some of that energy or some of that flow. If you can, that's awesome. That's like step 2 or stage 2 to be able to do that. So as we pay attention to our body, now let's make the intention of what it is that you desire. And this is where we get really creative. Now, I don't know what it looks like at your house. Well, some of you I do, but I don't know what your town looks like, but you know what it looks like. And maybe your thoughts have been rewinding what it looks like when there's people protesting. And peaceful protest is one thing, but violent people, maybe your mind is rewinding those scenes in your mind of the people you saw got hurt, got killed, the violence, right? This is your runaway mind. So what I'd like you to do is, as you pay attention to the vibration in your body, make that intention to now create a new scene in your mind, one that your mind can pay attention to. What does it look like in your neighborhood, in your, in your town, in your county? What does it look like in a perfect day? What does it look like when people are celebrating, when there was peace? So first start on the visual. What does it look like? So take a moment. You don't have to write it down, but take a moment and describe that to yourself. See it in your mind. What does it look like? What do people's faces look like? For me, it's smiling, it's partly cloudy, it's sunny, there's a little breeze. I see people, laughing. And honestly, do I see people with masks on? No, I don't. Not in this vision. All right, so create that vision. Maybe you're on a lake canoeing, whatever feels good, whatever you feel is true for you. So walk around in your mind through your town or drive around the big city and feel what it feels like now when there's peace. Feel that feeling of peace. People being happy, joyful, children playing if you like children, doggies playing if you like doggies. You know what I mean? People discussing things, helping each other, praying with each other if you're into that, drumming, singing, dancing. What is happening in your town that you would love to have happen? That would make you feel so good that you are moved to tears. It's so real that you're about to cry right now. That's how strong I want you to make it. But it's not about me, it's about you. So be in that space. And even if you're having some difficulty because these other scenes go into your mind, that's okay. You don't have to be, frustrated or anything at yourself. Remember, your mind is a powerful thing. You're already using it for one thing. We're just training it to use it for something else. And if you need to, close your eyes. So see what it feels like. See what it looks like. Feel what it feels like. And then if you're really good on some of your other senses, you can hear what it's like. So maybe you're hearing birds. Maybe you're hearing the waves if you happen to have a lake in the middle of your town like I do. Maybe you're hearing the hustle and bustle of, cafes being opened and, there's a saxophone playing, or maybe there's a parade, or maybe there's children laughing, or a lot of people laughing, people singing. What are you hearing in your town? What are you smelling? Maybe you're a pizza fan. Maybe you smell garlic basil pizza. Maybe you smell, campfires. Maybe you smell barbecue. Whatever it is you love. Now, if you're not into that sense, you're like, I can't smell anything. That's okay. Don't use that sense. Most people 80% of people are visual. So visual, kinesthetic, feeling, auditory, smell. And if you're into taste, go ahead and do that. So imagine yourself, if you love to go to restaurants, you haven't been able to go to restaurants for the last 3 months, imagine yourself going to a restaurant with other people around you. It doesn't have to be the 6 feet away. Imagine it closer. You're having fun. You're seeing this amazing meal in front of you, having so much fun. It feels good. So be in that space. I'm going to do a little bit of checking here. I'm going to do a little divine muscle testing to see if we're in that space, or the majority of us are in that space now. There we go. Good. All right, so your job is going to be resonating at this frequency of already having experienced your ideal peaceful town reality. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing now is what's called a Tolpacan healing directive. I'm going to be saying some words, doing some energy healing words. Anything that resonates with you, you can go ahead and just make that intention to receive for yourself and your town. I'm going to be downloading some what we call positive morphic fields or blueprints to you, your town. And as I say those words, as we expand it out from you to your town and city, we're going to keep going bigger. We're going to go to your county, your state, your province, your country, the world, etc. So if you can see that in your mind, see almost like this big, huge, it could be a beautiful white vortex of love. It could be a big bubble of love. Whatever it is, it could be a big peace sign that's expanding. Whatever is in your mind that works for you, that will also help as well. But the most important place is being in this space. Being in this space, resonating at this place where you feel peaceful, where you feel calm, where you feel hopeful, excited, passionate, those kinds of things. So here we go. And you can close your eyes if you'd like, if that helps. I now command that all energies, thoughts, habits, patterns, addictions that prevent all of us from being in a state of peace consistently be now healed and resolved in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace. Thank you. I now command the positive morphic fields and blueprints of joy, peace, love, unity, acceptance, oneness, divinity be downloaded and activated in you, your loved ones, your home, your town, your county, your state, your province, your country, your continent, the entire world, the solar system, the galaxy, and beyond. We now ask that this be downloaded and activated in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease, speed, and grace. Thank you. Okay, so we did our little healing. We did our downloads. If you feel any resistance, go ahead and go back into that body and into that place where you're resonating. You can feel your vibration. Just invite it there. It doesn't have to be forced to change at all. So here's the thing. You are the lightning rod of peace. We just did energy healing through you for your town. And I'm so looking forward to hearing how that positively affects your area. It can be within 24 hours, it can be that fast. And even more powerful if you tap into this feeling, and you can make a different scene in your mind every day. And even if you do it for 3 seconds, or a minute, or 3 minutes, that's good enough. Because you're reminding the universe, this is the reality I'm creating and co-creating with my friends and family, those I love. This is my choice. And it's okay to be temporarily distracted or upset or anything. That's okay, we're human. That happens, no big deal. Just remember to come back to your power place, because you are a purveyor of peace. You are a lightning rod of peace. You're a beacon of peace. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please share this video, whether people are live here with me or on the replay. Let's expand this piece to every man, woman, and child on the planet who's willing to learn this. We already have evidence that it works, so why not you, right? Why not you? Why not your friends? Anyone who you think is open to this work, please share it with them. This is absolutely free, of course, as you know. And I'm going to be putting this up on YouTube and on my blog as well, just explaining, what we did here and giving you the model. So you can, of course, share that as well. And I just want to thank you so much for being part of this with me. I was so excited to do this today with you. And if you have some comments now, some of you are still kind of processing a little bit, please comment below, and I will, connect with you a little bit later. Yes, thanks everyone for commenting. Thanks for all the hearts. That was really sweet. And like I said, if you feel this, if you feel it in your body, awesome. If you don't, that's awesome too. It's all good. You're here. That's what counts. And your intention is here. And I know peace is important to you, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So again, if this resonates with you, you feel it's powerful work, I really want to see what the results are for each of you, and please pass it on. All right, love you guys. Take care and have a wonderful rest of the night. Bye.